Okay.
All
Both Bros
right.
in the
Both
house.
Bros, let's
We
go.
are here. We are here. We got draft week coming up Thursday, round one. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Finally.
We are going live
there.
too. We are going live.
Yep, we are going live during
We're doing
round
live.
one and everything too. It's going to be a fun one, man. I can't wait to see what the Chargers pick. But today's show, what we are going to do is, first off, we're going to show off all of the NFL draft parties, or at least Charger parties throughout the nation, where you could hang out with some bros or some Bolt bros, if you want to say, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, and watch the draft with them too. But then also, we are going to do a round per round draft, and we're going to have every single round of each Bolt bro pick a player, and which Bolt bro wins that round. So
we all know I'm going to take home the championship, dude. We all know. We all know.
Oh,
it's done, dude. It's done.
He's got a bad shoulder and all, dude. He probably chose bad.
Don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about my shoulder.
That's right.
Don't worry about my shoulder. Don't worry about that.
His plant is in the chat already. We got Roland already there to kind of joy hard for him. Yeah,
that's right, dude.
My boy. Okay, Andrew for everything, 100%. You know it. Happy Easter, everyone. By the way, too.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Happy Easter, man. Happy Easter once again. I have this meme of this cholo looking rabbit, dude. It looks hilarious, dude. I was gonna throw it out there maybe at some point. I don't know. But anyways, once again, happy Easter, everybody, guys. So let's go ahead and get into it, and we'll show you guys off what we got going on with the 2025 NFL draft. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Sam Kermit here, man. You watching the Boat Bros podcast. Stay tuned.
Charter blue dreams, stadium lights gleam. Boat Bros on the beat, lead stream. Chargers rocking speeds, Sonic supreme. From the podcast to the field, we're a team. Charged up, Boat Bros on the night. LA Thunder in electric delight. Bullets in the battle, sparking bright. Charged up, ride the lightning, feel the fright.
Okay. Oh, I you know I'm blue chewed up. You know I am.
Oh man, good thing we're only seeing this much and up from you, dude. Yeah, so that's good.
Good point.
Is that a mic? Is that a mic in front of you, or wait, what is that? Dude?
I hope it's a mic. I hope it's a mic.
That's right. You know, it's exciting. Yeah. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. I'll just get embarrassed. No big deal. Just don't look at it.
Dude.
No. So, James, I know you wanted to talk about the upcoming watch parties. So you want to run through those real quick, and then we'll get into it.
Got a lot of watch parties, guys. So here, let's just jump through it real quick here. So here's Chef Ortiz at the La Vida Cantina. Now, this is the draft party for the Electric Avenue. It is in Costa Mesa, April 24th. Once again, the draft starts on a Thursday. So round one, go out there and meet up. I would not be surprised. And once again, I'm going to preface this. I'm sure the Chargers will get involved with some of these parties.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be some sort of announcement, I assume, like they normally have been doing recently. So I assume that will be something that comes up soon enough. So once again, this is the La Vida Cantina in Costa Mesa. Come on out for that. If you're in the local area, roll on through. And hey, it's Easter, by the way, and DJ Disco Jesus will be playing there. So he is going.
What?
He has risen, and now he's become a DJ. So
that's right. That's exciting.
Let's go.
Wow, there we go. I like that. Nice sound effect. Bring me back to my DJ days.
Yeah.
All right, then we got another one here in Northridge at the Paragon Bar and Grill. We Charge LA is going to be there. You know, it's going to be 818 Valley Bolts will be there. Great setup there for you guys. We got one here in Orange at Dave & Buster's. Is one that actually the Chargers sponsored last year, so I wouldn't be surprised when that happens too. Die Hard Bolt Club was there last year. We had Marianne Doe jump on the pod with us during the draft, kind of showing on what's going on there. It was really cool to see that happen there. Great to see fans just come together.
Yes.
This one's in Lomita, California. This is a Slip Bar and Eatery. Yeah. If I was living in Torrance still, I probably would have gone to this one.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Awesome. So Die Hard Bolt Club's a part of that too. So that'd have been fun to be able to go to that one.
Yep.
Southern California, Thunder Alley Draft Watch Party. This one is in Southgate This is at what does it say? Brown's. What is it? Something Brewing Company. Brown's Brewing Company.
Soul Brewing.
Yeah, Brown Soul Brewing.
Yeah, Brown Soul. Oh, yeah, right below that. Brown Soul.
Brown Soul. I was reading like the title part.
Jamie's having a mild stroke, guys, ladies and gentlemen. He's having a mild stroke. Okay.
I didn't even see the name underneath that. I was trying to look at that logo, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah. It's tough. That's a rough one. Yeah.
Wow. That was tough.
Wow. Okay, here we go.
But Southgate, California, you got one there. Los Rios, Bolt Pride, Bolt School, all those guys. The Barachos are going to be out there too. It's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another one out in. This is actually in Houston. This one's awesome too. H-Town Bolt Gang. Shout out to those guys, by the way.
They're way cool.
After the Houston game out there to do the post-game show and everything.
That was rough too, guys. I mean, that was rough.
It was tough to get on the pod during that time, guys.
Yeah.
It was not fun.
But this is the Velvet Oak Tavern. This is an awesome spot that we went to, Andrew and I, when we were at the game. They will be there. So H-Town Bolt Gang, they got a spot out there for the 24th for the first round.
Yeah.
This is the Superfan Summit tailgate. So it looks like you're going to have kind of a full tailgate situation with all different fans, all different fan bases there. Once again, the draft is in Green Bay. So this is kind of going to be a tailgate situation for Friday out there. So go on out there, represent for the Bolts and everything too. If you're in the area, obviously go to the draft if you're there too.
Yeah, and if you're actually planning to go out there, throw some comments out there in the chat, man. Let us know, like if you're actually going to be out there in Green Bay. That'd be freaking fantastic.
That'd be so sick.
Sick. I'd love to be there.
I mean, there's nothing to do in Green Bay, guys. I mean, I hear that place is just eating cheese and football. That's it. That's all you got. That's all you got. That's
and pack some meat. And pack some meat.
Tenderize that meat.
Yeah.
Tenderize that meat.
Yeah. So, okay. So I guess we're getting ready to do our draft. Now we did have a little bit of a discussion.
We got a couple more. Let me just.
There's a whole bunch.
Yeah. Whole bunch here. We got about 10 parties here. So here's another draft party here. Bolt Pride, Orange County at Sauced in Orange.
Hey,
go out there and check it out. Good times. We got a Little Woodrow's. This is another one that's in Houston with the Bolt Pride Houston crew.
That's a funny name for a place. Little Woodrow's.
Little Woodrow's.
Sounds funny.
That's a Thursday night.
Little Woodrow.
Once again, come on out. We also got the Die Hard Club in Oregon. So come on out to that. That is going to be a pretty solid time out there too. Once again, hit us up if there's anything you guys need information-wise of where these places are at or anything too. Is that Big Al's Beaverton? Beaverton. So
nice.
Big Al's.
But yeah, those are the draft parties we see thus far. I know there are some talks about having one here in Arizona. I have not seen that officially announced, but I know we did talk about potentially meeting at the Native Wiggins and
Native Wiggins,
or I say Ahwatukee because it's essentially Ahwatukee. But
well,
anyway, keep you guys posted.
And we are going to be definitely, doing a live video as well too on that. So if we can go live, we're going to go live. So, it'll be fun. We'll even try and go live, for the other drafts as well too. So at least 2 days, maybe the third day.
I think we should just I was thinking about that too. It's like, I mean, it's a lot to have to stick to it for all 3 days.
Yeah. All 3 days is rough. 2 days is good.
I think if anything, what we can do is we'll do like reaction videos after the draft on day 2 and 3. So we'll just
do quick shorts too, and just say,
hey, we can do something like that.
Pick whatever it is, and just say, hey, this is our thoughts on this. Boom.
Hooters. Nobody goes to Hooters for wings, Roland. We all know that.
Hooters is going out. Oh, it's going out of business.
It is. And nobody cares about that stuff no more. And they're crappy wings. Let's just be frank. Okay, you can get wings anywhere. Okay. Okay, so let's before we go into the draft, because this is why you guys came here to listen to our excellence. Okay, our GM hats. You know what I mean? I'm in the mind of Joe Ortiz. I know exactly everything he's thinking. So, but here's the thing. I want to ask everyone in the chat and then the Bolt Bros, and this is a little bit of a curveball. Is our team ready to play today on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being no, 10 being yes. What would the number you'd put at it right now 1 being no, 10 being yes. Are we ready to play today? What do you think, James? And what do you think, Kyle? And then what do you guys think in the chat as well? 1 to 10.
Yeah, I think we're ready to go. I think, like I said last week, I feel like all these picks are luxury picks. These are all additional picks. These are picks to add more talent to the pool. I think we're ready to go. Joe Ortiz even talked about it this week when it was Chad Alexander and Joe Ortiz meeting with the media talking about the draft. They were ready to roll it Thursday, a week early.
Yeah,
the draft, and they talked about it and said, "Hey, look, they're ready to roll. They're ready to roll." And this is all just basically a bunch of luxury picks, and we feel good about where our team's right now at this point. So yes, I think we're ready to go. I think
what number? What number, James?
1 to 10.
Yeah.
1 to low, 1 to 10 to high.
Yeah. Kyle, wait, we'll come back to you. All right, Kyle, what do you think? Jeez Louise, James is still having a stroke over here. What's going on, dude? You okay? Take your pulse real quick.
I'm basically giving an explanation behind it, and I'm giving some color commentary about it.
I said 1 to 10, and you rambled on this like dissertation. All right, Kyle, go to you. Go to you, Kyle. Go to you.
7.
Oh, 7. Okay, 7. 7. All right, Kyle, what do you think?
Kidding me? 7 ain't ready. That's a C grade, bro. That like
70% because I want 30% of this draft to come through day one starters.
It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day, boys and girls. It's gonna be a long day.
I'll keep it short.
Thank you.
8.5. That's
okay.
it.
Okay, I like that.
8.5's not good.
That's not good. 7 full.
B minus. A B minus.
7. No, that ain't a B minus. That's a solid B. That's a playoff team already, right there. Yeah.
Well,
a 7.
So if it's in school nowadays, rating scale, that's an A+.
Do I need to call 911 and have the ambulance show up at your house, James? You having a little stroke? Look, I think 8.5 is about right. 8 to 9 is where I would say. I think our team is ready. Again, I think you said it perfectly, James, last week. Luxury picks. There's not many things you say that are that profound.
Oh, get out of here.
You know what I'm saying? And so I would just say
this guy.
Anyways,
the reason why I didn't put it at 7.5 is because I feel like there's a missing piece in the defensive line. I feel like the defensive line needs to get built more.
Okay.
I think the offensive line is great. I think the wide receiver room needs to get worked on a bit too. More targets for. I don't think we're ready in that sense, but I do think we have a team that is ready to go on field.
James, Miguel wants to know when you got out of the penitentiary. Okay.
That's right.
Okay, but after each round, you are going to grade say how do you want to do it, Kyle? Like
we'll just
say
number
1, Andrew, James, Kyle. What do you want?
Yeah, just kind of put the name in the chat. Like who do you think wins the round? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go that round. And by the way, I went one time. How many times did you go, bro? How many drafts did you guys do?
Actually, I did it once and then it dropped out on me and just glitched out on me. I was like, oh crap, my draft was going well, and then I did it again. So essentially 2.
Okay, 2. And how many times did you do it, Kyle?
I did. So I technically did it once, but I had 2 different drafts up at the same time. Okay. So I kind of went with the best of that. So so that's my strategy there.
Yeah, so I just went once. After I got past the second round, I just went forward and said, I'm just going to do my best. We'll leave it at that. But because I also didn't want to be too biased because everyone's too biased. Everyone's way too biased, 100%, right?
100%.
And I will say this, my first pick was not my first pick. So anyways, we'll go from there. So
my first pick was not my first pick.
Well, it wouldn't be the pick that I'm hoping we would get. There we go. That's
okay. I was gonna say it's like
I did say that a little weird, didn't I? I did say that a little.
That's like another Andrew thing. We got many Andrew things that he says in his life. Yeah, I'm not good at things I'm not good at.
I'm not good at doing things I'm not good at. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. So Boy. So anyways, but I digress. So okay. So how are we gonna do this? We're gonna who
you start. You start, Andrew, and then I'll be the caboose.
Oh, here we go. Crazy. Oh, see, look at this guy. He's got slides. He's trying to win this thing.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more presented here. You know
what I'm saying? This guy, dude. Golly.
Come on now. Yeah. All right. Well, hang on a second.
Oh, there we go. Okay, that's good. Okay,
there we go. Okay, first round pick is in, and with the Chargers select Walter Nolan.
Hey,
a defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. So I do admit this one was a bit of a cheat one because on Thursday I did a draft with with a bunch of people, and then a whole bunch of other people in the chat were talking with me when this thing came through, and they said that this was the pick that we wanted on Thursday night. So if you watched the show on Thursday, bros, you could have seen what my first pick was going to be from them. So
sneak peek.
Yep, sneak peek. So yeah, so I really like him. We talked about him a lot, but he's he's very disruptive. He's super athletic and stuff like that. I do admit he's a little bit underweight, but I think that he can get some pounds, and and he'll be a beast to be reckoned with. So that's my pick for round one. So
yeah, I like that pick. I would have liked him. He wasn't there for me either, which is really strange. Actually, pretty much what I was getting at is all my real picks that I wanted were not there at 22. So I was a little bit annoyed, but I did pick a guy, Emeka. How do I even say it?
Emeka Egbuka.
Egbuka. Okay, I would say it wrong.
I was going to say it wrong too.
Yeah, dude, this guy's good. The problem, my only problem with him is he's 6 foot, 202 pounds, right? So he's not the biggest dude. He's more of like a Z receiver, right? Which is more of a slot guy, and that's where Ladd plays. So for me, I was like, damn, I really don't love having him there. But also, if we were to draft him, I really don't know that we go out and get Keenan Allen either. And I'm sure I biasly want Keenan Allen back with the Chargers, at least for his last season. So again, I wasn't super happy with this pick, but I will say this. I just think this guy is so talented, and you need a shiny weapon for Justin Herbert, and I think he'd be fine. Yeah. And I also think Ladd can really run the X more than and they could just rotate both positions pretty easily. And I like the pick. I think he's a very safe pick. I think he's a good pick. And I wanted a weapon for Justin Herbert. I was very biased on it. The other defensive linemen, they weren't the best. And I was like, so anyways, I thought he was the best pick for me. So that's why I went with him.
Yeah.
And Colson Leveland was not there, by the way. Yep. And I think the only person that was there was the third tight end that everyone likes.
Dang. A lot of they went. Damn, I've never seen that. A lot of tight ends going before that. That's crazy.
Yep. No, 100%. I don't think they'll stay. Anyways, go ahead.
There's a lot of hype going on right now with the tight end, so it could definitely be that Tyler Warren and Colson Loveland get picked up earlier than we expect. I do think the wide receiver group could get pushed out, potentially some of these guys into the second round. So
correct.
Let me get my pick in for round one, pick 22.
Hey, 22. Hello.
Hit that button.
I'm going to say one thing too, though. My draft was based upon thinking about next year and growing this team for longer term perspectives in positions of need that will be next year. Now, once again, I'm going to say they will be contributors this year. I'm not sure they will be starters this year, but they will be involved very much with this team. We got a lot of one-year contracts on this team. I viewed the draft very much like we need to find long-term players through the draft, basically. Short-term players through free agency. So what I chose, round one, pick 22, I chose Mike Green, defensive end from Marshall.
Mike Green.
I like him a lot. And ever since I've watched him with, I believe, the Senior Bowler, he was trucking O-linemen. This guy was an absolute freak, high motor, great first step, put tackles on skates, cross chop, very fluid spin move, 17 sacks last season, 3 forced fumbles. This guy could be an absolute beast. Now, once again, smaller frame guy, but at the same side, this guy has a knack to be able to get after the quarterback and get after whoever has the ball. I think he needs to get a little bit better on his run defense, but at the same side, I think he is going to be a great piece for the long term with this team. I've always viewed him as a Charger or a Raven, and it's going to be one of those two teams that I think picks this guy up. So I'm working on the line, like I said, because I feel it's a copycat league. Eagles beat the Chiefs because of a great D-line. So
they did.
That's where my mind's at. So that is my pick, Mike Green, round one, pick 22.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, I like that. It's interesting. We all got 3 different ones too. So
yeah.
So,
so what do you guys think in the chat? Like, let call out your name that you think won the first round, and then we'll move on to the second round. But let's answer this question here from Miguel. So do you guys feel like we got good draft picks overall, or do you think you'll be close to the real thing? or is this just a waste of time, or just like a thought experiment?
I think it's a waste of time, quite frankly. It's I mean, you could sit back all day. Like I feel like Joe Ortiz, and I'm not joking. I really think the same way Joe Ortiz does. I would love to sit down.
Oh, really? You really?
I'm in his head, dude. I'm in his head. And so, but my point is, I think he's an absolutely he's making all the moves I would make. Is my point, right? Having said that, I think also Jim Harbaugh wants to get those big beefy offensive linemen. I got some offensive linemen in this draft as well too, but it was I just think I don't know. It's hard because we get enamored with these people. Oh, this guy's got to win. This guy's got to win.
Right. Yeah.
Like I immediately said I wanted Colson Loveland. Well, he wasn't there for me. So
right.
But then I said no. I need to get a wide receiver, and Golden was gone. All the ones I wanted were all gone, and so I was like, crap. So, but anyway. So that's kind of the situation. I do think we'll trade back in that scenario if we could. So could happen.
I think possible. It's an interesting thing because I go back to Joe Ortiz and Chad Alexander talking about the draft. They said, "Hey man, best player available." Now I'm going to say best player available for a position of need because once again, if there is say Jackson Dart at 22, why would we choose Jackson Dart at 22 when you got Justin Herbert and all that? But it's going to be basically a position of need. And I think also at the same side, I could kind of even go against what I just said because he said, hey, look, we did draft 2 cornerbacks in the same exact round. Now, it might not be an exact position of need at the point, but 2 weeks down the road in the season, it might become a need that we needed more cornerbacks. So bottom line, best player available based upon their ranking system, not by round ranking. It's by their ranking system.
Yes.
And they will say, that's our guy. Move on.
100%. Yeah. I mean, they'll probably take some hits. I only saw one vote come in and from LOD, and he claims that I won the first round.
Of course you would highlight that. And so in the chat, say Andrew, James, or Kyle on that. By the way, so someone said something about Mike Green having some sort of sexual assaulting. I don't remember hearing that.
There was something going on with him too. And that's one thing I was hearing a little bit about. And Isaiah Bond was another guy that's got something going against him too.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know what we can also do too? At the very end, everyone can vote. We can also show our final screen as well too. So then everyone can vote that way.
And,
all right.
And I'm gonna put I am keeping track of all this. I have a spreadsheet going on.
Oh, do okay, cool
for all that stuff. So then we can pull that up and
excellent.
You can get that. Yeah. So
okay.
All right. Let's go into round 2.
Let's go round 2.
All right.
Your team is now on the clock.
Okay. All right, round 2.
Well, he did all these slides in between. Kyle, okay, just saying.
Yeah.
He also
you're pandering to the masses right now. That's what I'm saying. You're pandering to the masses.
It does say 2024 round 2.
Sorry. I messed up a little bit. It's going to show. Yeah, all right. It is going to say 2024 on all the rest of them. So yeah, I do
change the rest of them now off screen.
Oh, no, I can't.
We're working on.
Okay, yeah, I can actually. Yeah, I'll do that in a sec. So yeah.
All right, here you go. 2025 round 2 pick.
And here is 2025 round 2 pick.
We did not do trades or anything, guys.
No trades. Yeah,
no trades. That picks that we're getting.
Here you go. Omarion Hampton, running back out of North Carolina, baby.
Hey.
Yeah, man. So obviously, like the biggest thing with me, like I was stoked that he was on the board still, but I was happy with that because my biggest thing is he's Natron Means' guy, So we got that pedigree, we got that ability. Like he was coached by one of the Chargers' greatest running backs. The only running back, let's just say, to get a score touchdown for the Chargers, so that's amazing, So I liked him a lot. I think he's done a lot with the game. He's got a lot of abilities. He's kind of a bell cow kind of like running back. Like he's sturdy, just like Natron Means, and so I think that's kind of what we need, like to kind of complement Najee Harris a little bit. So
yeah, 2 physical backs. I mean, and that's kind of essentially the mantra of this team, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So Hampton's probably not going to drop to 55.
Probably not. No, probably not. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm a little bit like, man, he wasn't there for me. So
well, he was there for me.
I'm confused here. Come on now. Let's just come on now.
He was available. He was available.
Okay, here we go.
That's it. That's it, baby.
It'll be Kyle's draft will be suspect if we see Kyler Warren in round 3.
Yeah, Tyler Warren in round 3. What the hell is going on?
Okay.
No disqualifications, man. No disqualifications.
Okay, here we go. See, this is why I asked the question: how many times did you run your draft? All right, you know what I mean. Here we go.
Like I said, well, I had 2 different drafts going on at the same time, and I picked the best available from those things. Well, I mean, I did the whole thing, so yeah. So technically, I did it twice.
Look at this guy, dude. Look at this guy. Okay, here we go. All right. So here's my pick right here. I picked the running back as well, Quinshon Judkins, and from Ohio State. Again, 2 Ohio Staters right here. Right,
back-to-back Ohio Staters.
Yeah. Now,
that's not the Harbaugh way, man.
I know. Well, they won a natty, but I love this guy, dude, man. I thought he's so good, man. Quick. Dude, he's 5'11", 221, so he's a big dude as well. I mean, look, Ohio had 2 great running backs, and I kind of think that, the more I think about Jim Harbaugh, they want to run the ball. And look, we already got a good running back, but I think having a good rookie right behind him, again, we only have our guy for 1 year. So Quinshon Judkins could be that guy that steps in next year. And I guarantee we're going to draft a running back every year anyways, no matter what.
Yeah, probably.
So, and this is a deep draft. Now, the question is, do they evaluate him this high? I guess that, remains to be seen. But I think Quinshon Judkins is absolutely incredible. I think he's a really good pick for, And he reminds me of Ray Rice. Yeah, I like him. I like that analogy as well, too. I just think he's a stud muffin. So, anyways, big fan. So we'll see.
Yeah.
It's funny because when we drafted Kamani Vidal last year, I said he reminds me of Ray Rice.
Yeah, for sure.
Stature kind of guy, kind of the same kind of ability, catching the ball, running the ball kind of stuff. So, all right. So my round 2 pick 55. This guy to me made total sense because I feel he's the exact size of a guy that the Chargers want at this position. Jim Harbaugh likes this guy. Chargers have met with this guy too, by the way. Mason Taylor, tight end, LSU.
Oh, boom. Let's go.
Yeah.
He makes a ton of sense to me. I mean, and I love pedigree players too. I mean, Brendan Rice, obviously, is pedigree player. We'll see where he leads into this next year. But at the same side, Jason Taylor and Mason Taylor, father-son pedigree. He's got to get taught well how to play the position. He's done well at LSU. LSU statistically has done great for wide receivers. Now let's see if we can get that tight end side of things too for him. 6'5", 255, 55 catches, 546 yards. Good hands. Great job of finding soft spots in the defense. This guy actually creates a lot of yak too. So he's had over 700 yards over his career in college for yards after catch. Mainly an inline kind of tight end, but it could be a weapon anywhere. I think he's kind of more that Kelsey kind of guy that could play very well and find those soft spots, turn around. Herbert just throws the ball right to him. Boom, done. First down kind of situation. So I think his blocking needs to get better, but once again, he has the size that Harbaugh likes. And I think that's the thing. I think that Mason Taylor would be an absolute perfect fit for this team.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I like him. He kind of reminds me of Hunter Henry too.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. I can see that.
I don't know why he just does. I don't know why I always think of him when I see him.
Sure-handed guy, and that's what you want. You want that guy to be able to create more, opportunities for Justin Herbert to throw to somebody. I mean, last year we were getting destroyed, in the playoff game because it was all Ladd McConkey show at that point. He needed more people. So
right.
Okay, guys. So give us a vote. Who won that one? I had Quinshon Judkins. Kyle had Omarion Hampton, and James had Mason Taylor, the tight end. So 2 running backs and a tight end. And I'll say this: the interesting thing about the running back room and the tight end room, and really not the wide receiver room. This is why I think a wide receiver is probably best at the beginning because I don't think the wide receiver room drops off pretty bad after the first round.
Sure.
So, again, there's good defensive tackles through the second and third round, and I think there's good running backs through the second and third round. And I think there's good tight ends to the second and third round. So I would just prioritize the wide ends or the wide ends. I said wide ends.
The wide end.
Yeah, the wide receiver above the tight ends or running backs because I just think there's more depth through the draft. So anyway, that's just my take on it.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. All right. So round 3,
It looks like I got two votes for James there on Mason so far. So yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
All right, so I had to restart my thing real quick. Just give me,
Wide ends.
Wide
That's a good one. Wide.
Yeah. white ends. Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, did he say white ends or
No, I said wide ends, like
Yeah,
a wide
wide,
receiver and a tight end. And I said wide ends. I'm like, whoa.
It's a new position. It's a new
Yeah,
position.
I was gonna say I'm creating a new position. Yeah,
There you go.
thick girls, dude, thick girls.
All right, round 3, baby. Here we go.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, so with the third pick of the 2025 draft, there you go. Chargers select Josiah Stewart,
Hey,
edge out of Michigan. So
Yep.
honestly, like the biggest thing for me is like I knew we needed to get some kind of edge rusher of some kind or whatever, someone that actually would be a good replacement for Joey Bosa. I feel like this is a good choice because hey, he was available in the 3rd round. I think that's great. He's familiar with Jesse Minter's system. You know, he's a Harbaugh guy as well. This is something that I don't think many people have talked about him too much. You know, like leading into their drafts, because you know he's a Michigan guy, but a lot of people talk about Kenneth Grant, Colson Loveland, and a couple other people, you know, but I haven't heard his name too much, and I think he's actually a really good fit for us. So he would be
System
awesome.
fit.
A system fit, you know, and that's what I really like. You know, like it's like when you get into 3rd rounds, I think that's kind of what you're more looking for now is system fits, as opposed to someone else. Like, you know, that they're physical phenoms and stuff like that. You know, so that's my thoughts.
Now, like that. That's a good one. That's a good. I'm a big fan. I like him as well too. I'm not sure if he was there for me or not, but so my guy. There you go.
That was right.
Here we go. Omar Norman Lott, defensive tackle from Tennessee. Yep. And so I picked him because we needed a defensive tackle, and I just heard a lot of good things about him, right? Very good at block destruction. And again, everyone talks about our boy Puna Ford, who's gone now, who got bags, by the way.
Check.
This is a guy that does that. Like he's just a big, versatile, disruptive dude. He's 6'2", about 300 pounds. But he went from ASU to Tennessee, and he recorded 26 tackles, including 6 for loss. Very good at stuffing the run, penetrate gaps, again, block destruction, all the above. I just felt like he's good. He would fit what the Chargers need him to do, right? But I also think our defensive line room is really good. Hand and our group is good, but we just add more depth to it as well, too, is really what we need here. Yeah. So
I like that you made him a little extra wide there, too, in your picture as well. So,
yeah, I know. Big button gut. No, and so right. You know, but again, we needed to get a defensive tackle high, in my opinion. He was one of the higher guys that I liked. So, anyways, 3rd round, I'm pretty happy with him.
And to answer Rob DeSneak, no, he does not eat Raisin Bran and sit in the skybox seats. You know,
no joke, right?
No joke.
Yeah, no Raisin Bran, no Raisin Bran. All right, so here we go. My pick for round 3, pick 86. I'm gonna go a Harbaugh pick a little bit because I expect him to always jumping after the O-line, right, and thinking ahead. And I think that there's. Once again, what is the whole mantra to this team? Competitors welcome, right?
Yep.
And he wants to build depth. He wants guys that can basically fill needs for the future too. Got a lot of 1-year contracts, guys. Got a lot of 1-year contracts. And so this whole O-line needs to shift around for next year too. So with round 3, pick 86, James selects Jared Wilson, center from Georgia. Now,
there you go.
Reason why I picked him, I mean, he only really had 1 year of being a starter for Georgia, but Georgia boys, big sex schools. I'm all about picking up players.
Big what school?
Big sex school?
Sex school.
Wow, woo.
Sex conference. SEC.
Oh, okay. SEC. Wow.
Big sex school. Come on, you gotta say SEC, bro. Like, come on,
that
man.
Would be SBSU if you were talking about that. What you thought I said.
It's a family show. It's a family show.
Hey,
golly.
Big thing about Jared Wilson, he came from the Scouting team to starter, had over 1,000 reps at center in 2024. Solid footwork, very smooth transition from snap from blocking assignment. Does a great job of getting blocks at the second level. Dude only gave up 1 quarterback hit, 5 quarterback hurries, and 0 sacks. So I'm thinking long term with this pick too. But also I'm going to say, like, let him be competition to the guys that are there. You know, once again, Andre James signed a pretty low contract. He could get cut if he doesn't work out.
Or traded. Or traded. Exactly.
Yeah. Bozeman, obviously, I think is going to be a guy that's going to be a rotational piece. Once again, going back to what Ortiz talked about, he's played left guard too. So there's a lot of shifting in that whole center group that where it could go, who knows? I don't expect Jared Wilson to be the starter, but I expect him to be a guy that could push potential playing time
in the mix
this year. Yep. So
James Miguel says nasty hour is over. Exactly. Right.
Nasty hour is going on right now, apparently.
Yeah, come on now. Come on now. Yeah. So no, but I like that pick. I mean, all these picks are great too. I think my pick is the best, but I'm just saying, you know.
Here we go.
So again. So Kyle had who'd you have again, Kyle?
Josiah Stewart.
Okay.
Yeah, an edge out of Michigan. Yeah.
Edge. I had defensive tackle Omar Norman Lott, and James had a center from Georgia. Yep. What do you guys think? Who wins that round? Round 3.
Yeah, let us know. Okay, so let's keep this thing moving for sure, though. You know, so
keep it moving.
Okay,
keep it moving. What's up, Jorge? How you doing, man? Yeah. Okay, so I'll say this before I get into my pick here.
Old brother.
Yeah, old brothers. That's right. So this one is going to probably. I think this is going to be a controversial pick. People are going to get kind of pissed off about this one for sure.
Oh, I like it. Good controversy. I mean, you already cheated on the first 3, so I'm just saying.
No, I didn't cheat nothing, man. I didn't cheat nothing. Hey.
Mario Hampton at 55 ain't gonna happen, dude. Come on now. You
never know, man.
Hey. Yeah, I do know.
Okay.
I got Travis Hunter in round 4. You're like,
I know a guy. I know a guy.
Dude, what's going on here?
Like I don't know.
Crazy K became real crazy, dude.
I'm going crazy over here. That's right. Okay. All right. So for this round, we decided that I need to go back into the offense, and we need to get a wide receiver. And this is what's going to be tick people off a little bit because I went with the receiver out of TCU, Savion Williams. And so he's actually I think he is probably the better choice besides Quentin Johnson. You know, like he could just totally replace him 1 for 1. Because he basically has the abilities that Quentin Johnston had in college, but he's apparently even more. He's on the freak list apparently because he's insanely more physical than Quentin Johnston is. He's better at the jump balls, better at those 50-50s, and he gets that yak that Quentin Johnston was supposed to have as well. But he's could be a massive gem for us, you know. So and at a discount from Quentin Johnston as well. So that's kind of my pick right here for wide receiver. Let's go.
That would be our
nobody likes your picks, dude.
I know. I told you.
That would be the 4th TCU wide receiver.
No more TCU players. No,
Jorge, I think I made Jorge very mad.
Yeah.
I will say Jack Betch would be a great pick from TCU, in my opinion. He's a sleeper, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No, and again, like every individually doesn't really matter. I mean, schools don't really matter as long as how they do well. But anyways, we'll see how it plays out.
Exactly. I told you everyone is gonna hate this one. It's like they're like no.
Yeah. No. All right. So I picked a guy. No, look, I had to pick this one, dude. He was available. This 4th round. I was like, I had to get this guy. Jack Sawyer from Ohio State.
Yeah.
Had to do it.
Funny.
Let's do it. Okay. Yep.
Had to do it. I was like, you know what? Like, we need an edge rusher. I like this guy. Now, is he going to be a Joey Bosa? Is he going to be? We'll see. But man, he's still productive. He did a great job. And I think the 4th round, good pickup, good depth guy. He's a 6'4", 260. A good edge defender, man. I mean, he's really good, and 9 sacks is in last year of the season. That's great. And again, they played great teams, guys. I mean, he's really good, right? So, and I got to get the jersey, dude. I got to get the jersey as soon as it happens.
Dare I say, we may just have to get his jersey, even if he goes to some other team.
I know. Except the Raiders. He goes to the Raiders. Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Or the Chiefs or Broncos. Like, no division rival team. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
No, but again, he's really a utility guy too, right?
Yeah.
Very good depth piece, good future, nice. Just like he's a very good player. Now, do I think he's the best edge rusher? By far, no, but I still think he's good. So that would be my pick.
Yeah.
Solid white.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I want to say that my mock draft even had him in the 4th, which was
I know. I was surprised too. I was shocked. I didn't think it would be that far.
Well, he's apparently been dropping a lot on the charts for whatever reason. So I don't know. Yeah. It's so wild to me. So
I don't think he's like the fastest a guy, and I think that could be maybe more of a speed thing or something like that. But the guy's got high effort. I mean, the guy came from he just won a national championship. Come on,
yeah.
I think he's an absolute stud as a player. So, anyway,
Jorge's not happy with this episode.
This eventually sucks.
We're making everyone pissed, dude.
Well, I think he showed up late. He's just realized that this was our 4th round now. So
we're giving you a dose of reality, ladies and gentlemen. We're giving you a dose of reality.
That's right.
All right, let me give you my pick. Round 4, pick 125. Once again, the Eagles beat the Chiefs because they attacked Mahomes. They had a great D-line, right?
Okay, all right.
I'm thinking that same way. Like, let's have a disruptive D-line so we could just manhandle basically Mahomes and whatever teams you play. So my pick, round 4, pick 125. I like this guy for a while now thus far. Even before the draft, I thought he was going to be a great player all around. Is Ty Robinson, defensive line from Nebraska. This guy, just a corn-fed kind of guy, dude. Guy just corn-fed, baby. Corn-fed. And so this guy, 6'6", 310 pounds, led college football with 70 quarterback hurries, 12 tackles for a loss, 7 sacks out of those 70 quarterback hurries. This guy has the ability to just get after the quarterback and just create pressure, make them not feel comfortable. Has the ability to blow up plays, create pressure on the QB. Like I said, high motor player, can play up and down the line too. Also had a RAS score of 9.89.
Nice.
So
nice.
Attack the quarterback, disrupt the quarterback, don't make them feel comfortable. Exactly what the Eagles did to Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And you saw what happened. And don't just think we're drafting specifically for Mahomes, but we're drafting to disrupt every quarterback we play every single week. Yeah. I want our D-line to attack. So that's my pick. Ty Robinson.
I like it.
Corn-fed, baby.
Corn-fed.
SOB. Well, but you're right, though. Block destruction's big. Big.
Right.
Okay. Jorge says you just saved the show. Okay.
Thank you, Jorge. Yes.
All right, whatever. I'm just saying. Hey, I want a jersey, dude. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Well, we gotta if we get Jack Sawyer on the team. I mean, he has to come onto the show, or else he's gonna.
100%.
Yeah, welcome to the family reunion no more. Yeah.
Let's go. That's great.
All right, so let's go next pick, Kyle.
Round 5. Okay, here we go.
Round 5. So there's a lot of trends of the Ohio State boys coming up. So I think it's kind of crazy actually, Andrew. Like you have like 3 Ohio State people on your board.
I know it's crazy, huh?
I'm like, man, bias much here? What do you?
Here's my thing on that too. They won a national championship. I know Harbaugh cares about that, and he knows those guys really well. So I thought, I think they fit the team well. They fit what Harbaugh wants. So that's why.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's fair. That's totally fair. So, kind of like James went a little early, I think, for his pick previously for a center. So for round 5,
terrible pick there, James.
That's
you suck.
So now I think is a good time to go center. So I went with Sec McLaughlin from Ohio State. He's their center. So yeah, he's he's a pretty solid guy, you know. So he's like, you know, he's got a good like mental game. You know, he's smart. You know, he can actually block the pass really well. But these are some of my notes here that I got here. That, you know, but he's apparently he's like really good at just blocking, like, you know, run and blocking the pass. And so he can control the line really well. And we need some good, solid leadership there. Obviously, he's probably not going to start right away because we got a couple of veterans in front of him. But he'll be able to kind of integrate and get really into the whole system with Jesse Minter in the NFL as well. And I think that he's going to be able to be a good future pick center for us. So, and that's what we like.
What I'm trying to figure out here is it's Ohio State, but he's wearing Alabama gear. What's going on here?
Maybe I've grabbed the wrong picture, but I think
maybe it was a transfer or whatnot.
Yeah, maybe he was a transfer. Yeah, you're right. So
I was gonna say, I'm like, interesting. What did that happen?
I like where your head's at. I mean, once again, where my head's at is, hey, we got a lot of 1-year contracts on this team. Long-term perspective, long-term players you can develop, and that's my thought too. So I get it. Yeah. Good choice.
That's so funny.
Jorge hates my my GM skills. Like, he's, especially when it comes to our Madden thing, he's like, you know, been ripping on me for a long time. all in good fun though, for sure though. He goes like, I love you, Jorge.
Love you, Jorge.
Yeah.
Jorge. Yeah, hold on just a sec. Actually, James, you go and then I'll go because I actually screwed up my slide here.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, Andrew didn't get the memo and he went backwards, so he had to mess up his slides a little bit more. So
I rotated it around a little bit here.
All right, here we go. So what I will do, and you guys went wide receiver earlier, and there's a side to me where I feel like we might go out and get a wide receiver after the draft. So I'm not considering, hey, we're going to go very high on a wide receiver. Once again, Keenan Allen's a conversation, all that kind of stuff. So what I wanted was speed at the wide receiver position because I feel like we're lacking that. We need that field stretcher kind of guy, the guy that can basically go downfield. Go back to 2020 Justin Herbert. Dude, what do you had? Tyron Johnson and Jalen Guyton, guys that could just be those downfield threats for the team, field stretcher all around. So what I went with round 5, pick 158, I went with Dante Thornton, wide receiver from Tennessee.
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
So
I like that.
Interesting thing about this guy, 6'5", 214 pounds. He had only 26 catches for 661 yards. 26 catches, 661 yards, 6 touchdowns. That is insane. So 20 catches, he did not get a touchdown. 6 of those catches of 26, he got touchdowns with it. 25.4 yard per catch. Big time player that has a field stretcher ability. 4.3 40 speed. I want speed at the wide receiver position, which is something I think this team is very much lacking.
Yeah.
He could be a great receiver for us for field. You just be that guy, out route kind of guy for us. But he could also be a very good special teams guy for us too. So I think this is going to be a great pick. And dude, Jorge's all about it. He knows. He knows I'm the best GM right here, boys.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
How much did you pay him, dude? How much did you pay him? Come on.
Let's go.
Yeah. All I had for breakfast was a couple Easter eggs and stuff like that. So that's all I've been eating. Yeah, I've been eating candy all day. Yeah, that's right.
I had rabbit for breakfast. Okay, cool. So let's go. Nice. Let's go. My pick. The important pick. So let's see, what was it? What are we on, the 5th round now? Yeah, 5th round, 158. Tight end from Notre Dame, Mitchell Evans.
Ooh, nice. Okay, there we go. You got your tight end. Finally got.
Yeah, I got my tight end. So again, my whole theory is the first few picks, I wanted a wide receiver, I wanted a good running back, and I wanted a good defensive tackle and a tight end. And then I felt like edge and some of these other positions. You'll see the rest of my draft why I kind of went the way I did. But Mitchell Evans, I liked him. I thought he was really good. I think for some reason he's a little slower than people want. That's his biggest issue. I've always believed you don't have to be that fast to be a tight end, right? I mean, that's why someone like Colston Loveland is so high, because he's actually pretty quick. And so he's kind of viewed as like the golden goose, right? But he's reliable, physical. Great blocker, good pass possession guy, really good at just moving the sticks. I think overall he's just a very good tight end. I think he'll get some good rotation. So I like him down here at 158. So Arroyo, I was actually thinking about getting him, I think, the second or third round.
Yep.
So I kind of was going back and forth on that. And I'm like, I could wait. I've always liked this guy. I think he's a good value pickup down a little lower. So I'm a big fan with Mitchell Evans.
And I will say that actually, I did have the choice of going of Hampton or Elijah Arroyo in the second round, but I ultimately wanted a running back. So yeah, in the second round. Yeah.
I just think for him, I think our tight end room is really good right now. Again, we got Conklin. I feel like it's a luxury pick getting another guy. You can kind of wait on him, but that's why I said defensive lineman, tight end, and running back. You could probably go down the list a little lower and be okay and find some good value. So that's kind of why I went the way I did. So
yeah,
good pick. Good pick. I like it. Hey, it worked out with Joe Alt, and Joe Ortiz talked about it too. He said, hey, he talks to players and coaches that have coached these players to get a little bit more insight. So if a pick like that happened, he probably talked to, Joe Alt and said, hey, what do you think of this guy? What do you think he's a fit or not?
Yeah. So guys, in the chat, who's winning so far as the draft picks are concerned? Who's winning overall? Just what your thoughts are.
Apparently, Jorge is very adamant that I'm in the last.
Yeah, he hates you. I don't know. Yeah, he hates you. I don't know what happened there.
That's good.
He hates you. I don't know.
That's great. That's great.
We got some draft some wide ends, dude.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so obviously, round 6, we have 4 picks in round 6.
Yeah, 4 picks, guys.
Yeesh, goodness.
Your team is now on the clock.
Okay.
Hey.
So I guess Jorge needs to actually get ready for some
emotional damage.
Oh.
That's so funny. All right, here we go. Okay, so for the first round pick in round 6, I went with Kobe Bryant. That's right.
Hey.
Oh, we got a match.
Hey.
We got a match here. There we go.
Do we got a match?
Yeah,
we got a match.
We might have a match here.
We got a match. That's the first match. It took until 6 rounds.
6 rounds. All right.
Oh, you picked him as well too, huh?
So apparently, okay, that's cool.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay.
But yeah, dude. I mean, okay. So I don't know about you, James, but I think he's a ball hawk, man. So
and that's exactly why I like him.
Mm-hmm, yeah, exactly. So I'm like, dude, that's a very Harbaugh thing. Harbaugh likes turnovers. He likes to be able to get those the ball back anytime with as far as interceptions and stuff like that go. So I would love to get him, man. I would love to get him. Period. I mean, if we can wait till the 6th round, I think that's good. But let's maybe not. We'll see. All right. So
I'll throw up my slide too, just because we already chose this guy together.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it's okay. Yeah. So and just to throw a little bit more of him, he's got basically, to your point, he's got an elite level of getting turnovers, 13 picks in his career, 22 pass breakups, very aggressive and very good about run, providing run defense. Essentially, he is very, very aggressive to the ball carrier. The bigger thing about him, though, is that he's not the speediest of the cornerbacks. 4.53. I mean, he will burn me in any moment of the day. But
right.
At the same side, as a cornerback, I always kind of want to get in those 4.4 type range. But I kind of look at him a little bit more as like a nickel cornerback kind of guy. I have no problem with that for him. I mean, he's very good at zone coverage ability. He could bait a quarterback and everything too. He was also a stud at East-West Shrine game. He essentially became a captain for that game and did not play in the game, but in his practices, lights out. I love this guy. And who would have wanted Kobe Bryant back to LA?
Right? I was thinking the same thing.
So I think it's a great pick. I was waiting for one player that we're going to get together here, right?
Yeah. I mean, I totally thought it was going to happen way earlier too, but I was like, wow, this is kind of crazy. So yeah.
Yeah, I kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting.
Oh man, Jorge might be off the bus, dude, on that one. But I think it's a good pick.
Yeah,
hey, can't go wrong with more cornerbacks.
Yeah, right. So let's just go back into mine real quick though, so that we can go through all my 6 picks, whatever. So yeah.
Okay, so go all through 6th round right now.
Just going through the 6th round. So I'll do all 3.
Wait, I didn't do my pick.
No, because there's still 3 others that I got to do for the round. So we're
no. We're just gonna go the number.
Go by number.
Okay. Oh, by okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So So my pick is the whole conversation around competitors welcome. And I know Harbaugh likes his offensive alignment, so I got a center. Jonah Moham from USC, right? So he's local boy.
Nice. Okay.
Again, he's one of those dudes that has a lot of snaps, 3,100 career snaps, right? It's the same as the guy from who's the Majors. Majors has like 3,500. Yeah, Majors. Yeah. So almost the same amount of snaps. And I just look at him and go, okay, not the best team this year, but he did a good job. Very good athletic, very good get off. Look, I just think overall he's a very good young player that you can develop. And in this round, you want people like that. And I just think he's good, very good at the pass rushing and very good at run blocking as well too. So again, a depth piece. We'll see what happens. Clearly probably won't start day one, but he would be a dude that we would have. Now, I do also I make this pick with a caveat that I do think we do trade off, either Zion Johnson or maybe one of our other centers, or maybe even someone like Jamari, because I just think that we have way too many offensive linemen. So if we get this guy, then we're probably going to deal one of these other guys off. So that could happen at some point in this draft. This could be a flip or something of that nature. So that's why I selected him. But I wanted a center specific type of pick as well.
Nice. Very cool.
Love it.
Yeah. Love it.
Yep.
Predators.
It's crazy because this isn't like the biggest draft for centers for some reason, but there seems to be a lot of these centers later on in draft that you could pick up. I mean, even some guys out there, I always feel like the O-line gets picked up later in the draft, and that's where a lot of these guys just come out.
Exactly.
So,
Well, and I think our O-line is good to go right now. I don't think we really need more, but we need depth is why I went with him.
Yep, absolutely.
I like it. Yeah, no, and that's the big thing too. Is like we all picked a center for sure at this point, and because we need that depth for sure. So, all right. Okay, so now next pick in the draft.
Yeah, that's right.
Pat Bryant. So I wanted to lead up into that one a little bit more. He's
Pat Bryant. They're brothers.
I know. So no. Here's the problem. I was like, oh dang! For all of a sudden, I think I got Kobe Bryant stuck in my head. After I got Kobe, because the next couple of picks are kind of follow on that same line. I'm like, oh dang it, okay, whatever. But this is like not necessarily the correct 13 that we want on the team for sure, But if we do pick up Keenan Allen, comes back, he's not going to be 13 anymore. This Pat Bryant, but I really like him. My biggest thing with him, he only had one drop in his college career, I think, right now. So. And he's a great route runner too. He could just be if we even brought Keenan Allen back, he could be the player that actually kind of does replace him and actually gets trained by Keenan Allen to be even better, more elite and stuff like that, But I think this guy could be an absolute gem. 6th round pick, could be freaking out, absolutely danger. So
love it. Yeah, and I've seen him getting drafted, I think, in some of the lower levels too. So meaning as in like the 3rd and I think the 4th too. So yeah, he could be a good one. I mean, once again, wide receivers a need for sure. So I'm into it.
100%. Yeah. So that'd be great.
Andrew, did you want to do your pick next?
Yeah, I'll do it real quick. So I went defense on mine. Safety, Hunter Wohler from Wisconsin. And I really picked him largely because I kind of got enamored with that. What's that guy's name from North Dakota or no NC State? The guy that's like a safety linebacker,
Emin Wari or whatnot.
Yeah, Emin Wari. I wanted to draft him too. I kind of thought about getting him, but I was like, I want a guy that could be like a Derwin James. Now, again, guys, let me be very clear. This guy's not Derwin James, but he's 6'2", 213 pounds. Like he's a pretty big dude for a safety. That's pretty big. So he's good at run stuffing, goal line, just a bigger guy. Not the best in coverage, but he does do a good job of playing zone, which is really what we need him for, to play zone. And he's a little bit bigger than, Elijah Molden for sure. And so, I just kind of think, a good guy that you could work with. You want the depth in the cornerback and safety room. And he's going to be playing both cornerback and safety. He can play both like Elijah Molden as well too. So, I just feel like he was a good depth piece. A lot of good tangible traits that I think works really well. And he's a big guy, man. I don't like seeing smaller safeties and corners because
Yeah.
You get hurt, man. I mean, this is dude, bro. Like these guys are huge. These running backs are huge when they hit you. So, anyways, I like someone with a little meat, little girth. You know, you get what I'm saying. So.
Oh my gosh.
The safety room is pretty deep right now, so it's one of those. But it's also once again, Ortiz talked about it. Hey, 1 week you might not need a safety, next week you might need one. So having a guy in the system, have him developed, get him out there. Why not? I'm okay with that. I mean, we went through a lot of cornerbacks last year.
Yeah, we did.
So, I mean, why not? Why not? I'm okay with that.
And I will say one other thing, too. I already think our cornerback room is really good. I like the cornerbacks we scooped up. St. Just and Jackson. I'm happy with our cornerback room 100%. But the safety room, again, these are smaller guys, smaller bodies. But I think he could also be a really good special team player secondarily and then, work into a starting role at some point. Yeah.
I'm into it. So, all right, let me give you my pick. I double dipped at a position of need.
You double dipped. Sounds like my dating life.
That's right. Once again, I look at it like we got a lot of 1-year contracts at this position. You need to find a long-term solution, but also we want to have versatility to be able to move these guys around in other positions of need down the road with this team. So round 6, pick 199. I was able to select Jake Major, center from Texas. So I picked 2 centers. And reason why, once again, he was ranked as the highest, center in this draft for a good amount of time. And he's only basically played center his entire career, even going back into high school from what I was reading too. Guy's an elite pass protector, great lateral movement, very good leverage all around, great recognition of stunts and twists. Plays like a 10-year vet. Now, this could be, once again, I already got one guy who in the 3rd round who could essentially be a developmental guy. That could have been a little bit of Telesco pick, but I felt like, hey, we could possibly move him around to guard if necessary. But you could get a guy that knows how to play the game extremely well in pass protection, struggles in the run protection, in my opinion, but gave up no sacks, 2 quarterback hits, 13 quarterback hurries last year. I think this is a great value pick for this team. So Jake Majors, I'm into it.
It's interesting though. And I even thought, like, do I really want to pick a center? But the only reason why I thought about it is I do think we trade off some of our offensive linemen, right? Like Jamari might get traded. Zion might get traded. Hell, we might even trade off Pipkins in the draft, right? Maybe somebody doesn't get the tackle they want. We could trade them off. So I'm just saying, I do think there's a good shot that we do still grab more offensive linemen just because we're going to run the ball, dude. We're going to run the ball. So anyways.
Agreed. That's a big part of this game, right? Build the line. That's, what is that? The tip of the spear or whatnot, whatever he says.
Tip of the spear, edge of the knife.
Crack
on my.
That's right, baby.
I mean, but you're right though. Like we definitely desperately need a solid future center that's just going to stick with the team for a long time. To keep us that consistently. Because I mean, look, like when our guy went down that year that Herbert got injured, like with his ribs are broken. That was a massive problem, it was
horrible.
It was horrible. And then Bozeman was good, not great. And I think he has potential to be better. And we do have a guy to back him up a little bit more too. So I don't know. You're right though. Doubling down on that center is a good thing. Hey, you know what? You always need more beef in the front though.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's right. Beef in the front.
Yeah.
Hooray, bro. Hey, what are you thinking?
Yeah. Tip of the girthy spear. I like that.
Yeah. Oh gosh. All right, we're falling off the wagon here for sure right now.
This is a family show, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now.
All all started with me saying SEC conference, and you guys.
That's terrible, dude.
Yeah, you started, bro. You started.
All right, Kyle, hit us with your next pick.
My next pick is here. You go. That's the one I just had. So here you go. There you go. I did another Kobe.
Oh my gosh, what's going on here, dude?
Like I said,
what's going on with this guy, dude?
I told you. I told you. I was like, man, I got.
Gosh.
I told you. I was like, man, I got into this Kobe Bryant theme, and I was like, okay, we had.
Wow.
So, yeah, but you know what? I just felt like we needed a little bit more.
Kobe.
Yeah.
More Kobe on the team.
A little bit more Kobe.
K1,
Yeah.
K2, K3. Yeah,
That's right. That's right. We got a CB, we got a PB, and then we got a Kobe. I guess I don't know, whatever. But this guy's like he's great at the run. He freaking attacks the running backs like he goes at him. He's a very physical dude. I feel like he could actually be a good like depth piece for us. I do think that Colson is going to be like play a bigger role this year. But I feel like he could be like a really good part for the middle linebacker room for us to actually have some more future position there. So, but I do think, by the way, I think that is the last Kobe Bryant reference I'm going to go with for this entire draft, though.
Well, I didn't know you like basketball that much, but apparently so.
Yeah,
well, no, but yeah, I mean, it was funny. I thought about drafting a linebacker, and I kept thinking, man, I just feel like our linebacker room is good. You know,
I know.
It's weird to say that. But I don't know.
I'm with you. I was like, do I really want a linebacker? But I'm like, yeah. I mean, I think we could always do with some other linebackers, because they do have to drop back into coverage. And they can kind of rotationally get in and out and do all that stuff. So I think it's a depth piece, 100%. So
a death piece. I like that.
Death piece. Yes, right.
Death piece.
Death piece. Anyway, so my pick is Joshua Gray, guard from Oregon State. Right. So big dude, big freaking dude, 6'5", 299 pounds. He was actually a captain, anyways. Super experienced player, 3,500 snaps. Again, I went with experience, right? I do think Harbaugh likes that, right? And remember, who was the big homie that came from Oregon? That
Jackson Power?
No, not Oregon State. Faloki or what's his name?
Oh, yeah.
I'm fired. Okay.
Anyways, I can't remember his name. Anyways. This guy kind of reminds me of him. Now, again, not the same type of guy. He played guard. And I thought, well, do we need guard? I think it just depends on whether we start trading some of these players away, right? I think there's a good chance we do that. We trade one of these linemen away. Again, average pass blocking production. He gave up 25 pressures, but everyone says he's got good athleticism, a good guy for depth. Again, in this round, just a guy we can go for depth pieces. And I just think he's a dude that you could work with and kind of bring in and bring out as you need to as well. I mean, because I'm even thinking with Jamari, dude, you could probably get a 5th or a 6th round pick or easily with that guy, right? And so who knows what we end up doing. Anyways, my point is I thought this guy was a good person to bring in as a depth piece, and we'll see where he goes. But I like this one.
Once again, a lot of 1-year contracts. Got to build that interior line. We got destroyed in the playoffs because our interior line was not good. So
100%. Yeah.
And got to build out and create competition. So I like it. So I'm keeping on the theme of lines once again too.
Hey.
But I'm going to the D line on this one.
Okay.
And I ended up going with round 6, pick 209. I ended up going with Ty Hamilton, defensive line from Ohio State. Now, he's 6'3", 299 pounds, I should say. Great first step off the line, can re-anchor the line, drive through contact, big hitter, controls blockers before disengaging blocks, elite bull rusher. He's kind of a one-note kind of guy. He could bull rush somebody and push somebody back, which is what I want from a guy from a D-line too anyways. Take people off their spots and move them away. Try to force the quarterback to move a little bit. And if you have an edge that could just come in and be that Iron Maiden kind of guy, crush them. Hey, I went with the D-line with Mike Green. I also went with another pick with Ty Hamilton, and also with Ty Robinson. I went on the theme of ties on the D-line. And I think he would be a very, very good addition to be able to add just a guy who could move the line and move people off their spots. Make it harder for them to basically make sure that they can stay comfortable behind the O-line. So I think it'd be a good pick all around for us. So Ty Hamilton, defensive line, Ohio State. So,
dude, and again, you notice I don't think any of us have picked anybody from some sort of small school like Toledo or whatever.
Yeah.
I've always been the believer of get a guy from a big school. It doesn't matter to me. Big school. So I'm heavily biased on that. Like like who's that guy? Gray Zabel. Everyone's talking about him on the offensive line for North Dakota State. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I get it, but like, look at the quarterbacks that have come from North Dakota State. They've been okay. Hell, we got one on our team right now, and
we had one last year too.
Exactly. I'm just saying, it's like I'm just not a huge fan. So, anyways,
well, I get that. But,
heavily biased.
Yeah, I get that, but Anthony Miller definitely changed my philosophy on that thought process, though, where he was basically saying, like, look, man, if the player can ball, it doesn't matter, because fact is, Shannon Sharp, he came from a small school, Hall of Famer tight end, heck, I mean, freaking Antonio Gates didn't even come from football, so like football, so. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. If he can ball, and I think that's kind of the and just kind of a little tangent right here. I think that's why the transfer system actually is a good thing for college football, because if someone wants to play and they're trying to go to like an SEC team, obviously, and play there, but if they can't play there, and they go to a smaller team and they can play there and start and stuff like that, then that's more important, So.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, we got two more picks.
Two more picks.
Okay,
start it up, Kyle.
14.
Let's go.
One sec here. I got it. I was moving things around. Okay, so here it is. All right, so my final pick in the 6th round is finally a tight end, Luke Lachey, from Iowa. So honestly, he's has a lot of good physicals for a 6th round pick. He's got a really good RAS score. It kind of pains me, though, I will say, to pick a tight end this late in the draft, because I would really have much wanted to have a tight end much earlier and stuff, but this guy actually, he's one of those corn-fed guys, corn-fed, like I do admit that, like that. So he's got good hands. He's very balanced on his stuff. He can block, he can catch. The only downside to him is what I've seen is that his routes aren't as sharp as they could be, but I feel like in a lot of ways a tight end, you're not really trying to go deep with a tight end. You keep him like really short and like a midfield, maybe, just to kind of be a available guy for Herbert to throw to. And so this guy could be a good future pick for us in tight end for sure.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Iowa players, man. I mean, that's where George Kittle came from too.
Yeah, and that's where what's his name came from on the Lions, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Hawkinson,
Laporta.
Yeah.
Yep. So so again, one more on the offensive line, guys. I'm telling you,
Attack the O-line.
Oh, right here.
Oh, here you go.
Tackle Dalton Cooper from Oklahoma State. Pretty high RAS score, 906. He's 6'5", 330, dude. Big freaking dude, right?
Wow, that's crazy.
Again, he's tall and slender from Oklahoma, but he was a big dude. He went to Texas State, all Sun Belt honors, then obviously transferred to Oklahoma. And he was, I think, the right tackle. No, he was the left tackle. And he had great performance, very good guy. Late in the draft, I look at him and say, you know what? He's too good to pass up is the way I look at it. Sure. And again, in 2024 season, he played 9 games and gave up 6 pressures and 0 sacks. So I looked at him and said, all right, no matter what, he's at least somebody there. Played over 3,800 snaps. You guys are seeing a theme. The guy's played a lot of football. He's a big dude, a good guy that you could, again, Pipkins ain't going to be here next year. So, we need backups for our tackles, right? I think this guy's good enough. He can play right tackle or left tackle. Heaven forbid one of ours guys go out as well, too. So you need a guy like that. So
love it. Guy with a lot of experience, too. Big dude, butt and gut. Let's bring it to the line. I'm in.
Butt and gut, dude. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so I like him. I thought he was pretty good.
Good.
So a lot of people are correcting you in the chat. He's like, apparently he is not a tackle. So I think you got your got a womp.
He looks like a left guard there, though.
Yeah, so it's saying he's a guard, like a lot of people are saying right there. So but that's actually better though, because if he's like Kurt, he could be classified as a tackle, but also could be a guard. That's actually even better then, because we know we have someone who has versatility in that position. So yeah, I like it.
Let me see here. I'll look it up here because I in my draft board it was he's listed as a tackle.
Yeah, sometimes they get it wrong too. So
and bottom line, I'll say this either way. I saw him. He also played right and left. So yeah.
And it's totally fine, no matter what.
Versatility is great. If it's versatility, that's all they really want.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. They don't want a one-trick pony. No one-trick pony.
No, sir.
Hell yeah.
No way. Yeah. All right, so here you go. My pick for round 6, pick 214. This is a guy I've been high on for a while. I think he's been really, really good. He came from the East-West Shrine game. He is a local boy to me in Arizona. And he's a guy that could be the RB2, but I think ultimately I'm kind of anticipating J.K. Dobbins coming back to the Chargers still too.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just anticipating that. Who knows? We'll see if it happens. But I do like this guy if J.K. Dobbins doesn't come back, and I think he'd fit well behind Kamani Vidal or
running back.
Vidal.
We know it's a running back now.
Round 6, pick 214. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, running back from Arizona. Dude, I
knew we were going to pick like Scattaboo or somebody, dude. I know Scattaboo.
Round 6, that would be ridiculous if Scattaboo is there. But but Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, just watch some of his footage of him, 2023 specifically, when he was at New Mexico. The guy was just all over the field. Now, once again, New Mexico's somewhat of a smaller school. Arizona had a pretty good, team last year and everything too. With Tetsuo McMillan and everything too. He didn't play like a full season last year because I think there was something, I can't remember what it was. It's something that happened in school that he got like ineligible or something like that. But 5'11", 208 pounds, 4.45 speed. This guy, and by the way, the Chargers did meet with him too, and he's rising.
Oh, there you go.
Right now too. This guy showed at the East-West Shrine game that he knows how to play ball. I think he had 87 yards, 2 touchdowns in that game. Patient physical back, great cutback vision, creates a lot of arm tackles. Feels like he has great big playability with extra gear for long runs. So I'm looking once again. I feel like Najee Harris is that guy that's basically going to be the physical guy, and then Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt could be that lightning bolt type guy for us. So I don't think he's that good in pass protection, and he runs a little bit tall at for a running back, but at the same side, those are things I think that could potentially be corrected, or just put him in the right situation where he doesn't need to be a pass protector. And I think Najee would be kind of more that guy, in my opinion, too. Anyways, but I like Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt at round 6, pick 214. So I'm all about him.
I like that. Okay, well, we got one more pick, and then
we finale, the Mr. Irrelevant here coming up here.
Yeah. We're close too.
Yeah, right. Okay, here we go. Final pick goes to Brandon Crenshaw Dickerson, not Dickerson. Yeah. Well, I can't even say it right.
Dickerson. We can't talk today. What's going on?
No, we got thrown off our game for sure. But yeah, I did go with an offensive tackle as well. We need to get a little bit more offensive line people. So this guy's pretty solid, man. Like, I mean, hey, you know what? You can never have, like I said, you can never have enough meat in the front, right? So you got to just get a lot of that stuff up there. We need more people like for that depth for the offensive line. And that's just, it's a Harbaugh thing, So this guy's pretty good. He comes out of SEC or a sexy division, a sec school. Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Hey, so I mean, I like it, So obviously, he's not going to take over for Alt or for Slater, but he is going to be a good backup, kind of rotational kind of person. Just get some more depth for that thing. So yeah, I like it a lot.
Like it.
Miguel asked a good question. Miguel says, "Question: At what point did you get lazy with picks?" I never get lazy, Miguel. I always bring my best. My brother. That's Kyle. So he's specifically talking about you.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. He's definitely.
Who's that top guy? Having this big
100%. My ADD kicks in about round 5 for sure.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go with my final pick, and I'll say this: my final pick was wanting a guy like a Austin Eckler back here, and this little homie from Georgia, Trevor Etienne. If he's even there, I don't think he'll be this far down. But the weird thing about him is he's a really strong dude, but he's very good. I kind of view him more as like a wide receiver, anyways, much like Austin Eckler. That's really what he's good at. He's not great at run blocking and doing those little things. So I also view him as someone that can push Kamani Vidal as well, right? Get him to get his next level. Now, again, that would have 4 running backs, right? So it's like, I don't know that this makes a lot of sense, but competitors welcome. I just think with 10 picks, your last pick is going to be just who's best available. He was the best available person I saw there, but good catching running back. And who knows, maybe we start running some 2 running back sets and we'll see how it plays out. But I liked him. He's almost 200 pounds. He's 5'8". He's kind of a bowling ball down the hip field. And
that's good.
He went to Georgia, man. Like, he's a high, 4-star recruit out of high school. And I just look at him and say, a guy like that, he's someone you want to take a flyer on. So that's my view. Yeah. And Eckler could block. He wasn't the best to begin with, but he got better overall,
Right.
But I'm just saying, that's where I think Kamani Vidal didn't see the field a lot last year as well, too, because his blocking was not the best, right? So, and I think this guy's been a little bit better at some of that stuff. But anyways, just a fast, quick little dude that can just get the ball downfield.
What's kind of interesting, there was an article that came out yesterday talking about that possibly Austin Eckler coming back to the Chargers and kind of more.
No way.
Kind of wild. And I was like, I don't know about that one, guys. But yeah, but the reason why they said is because it would be kind of a receiving, running back type situation. But I don't feel like we're a totally different offense. So I don't think that's a need in my opinion. But good pickup. Hopefully another Georgia back. I mean, last Georgia back that we had was Sony Michel, and that guy was boy.
Yeah, his best days were definitely behind him for sure.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely was.
Yeah.
So
right.
It's kind of crazy about this pick though, too. Round 7, pick 256. It is almost Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, right.
The Chiefs have Mr. Irrelevant at 257.
Very true.
But once again, these are those flyer picks. You just say, hey, possible, ability to grow with the team that, or a player that could potentially find his way maybe in the special teams or whatnot and everything too. I kind of got an interesting one. I double dipped in another position. So I double dipped in center, right? And I'm double dipping in one other position where we're going to not have pretty much any of the tight ends on the team next year on the squad in 2026. So I'm thinking ahead with the tight end position here. And I'm going with round 7, pick 256. James selects Jalen Conyers, tight end from Texas Tech. Another guy that's a Harbaugh style kind of guy. 6'4", 265, big guy once all around. He's not really just a tight end. He actually played quarterback when he was at ASU for 2 games.
Dang.
Which is kind of wild to see. He also was a running back, and he's run in touchdowns too. And obviously he's a tight end too. So he's kind of that X Factor Swiss Army knife type kind of guy that you could kind of put him in different situations. Maybe be that gimmicky play kind of guy for you.
Yeah.
I think it would be kind of a cool position to add a guy that you could do multiple things with him. Maybe he could be a goal line running back kind of guy for you, just to be able to punch the ball in for you. He had 188 snaps in the slot position too versus 88 in line for 2024. Catches well in the traffic, does well in jump ball. I think it's kind of just one of those gimmicky kind of players that you take a flyer in 7th round late in the draft. So
yeah,
Jalen Conyers, tight end from Texas Tech. I'm all about him. Kind of fun footage if you look at some of his highlights too. I like what he does. So
Walt, good comment here, Walt. Bruce Jenner got drafted in the NFL.
Yeah.
Bruce Jenner. No, it's interesting looking at your guys' picks, man, because it's funny. I kind of feel like in a weird way we're sort of splitting hairs, Yeah. And it's we're picking players that we like more than others for various reasons, maybe other mock drafts or whatever. Right. But we're all picking pretty much the same type of players in same positions, right? Because I do think we have a very specific need. So, all right. So, do you have a final slide of your actual picks, Kyle? And James?
No. What was the name of yours? I don't have a final slide.
But I think Kyle, you got a sheet with all of our picks,
sheet,
right?
And what was your 10th one? What was the name of it again? Yeah,
I'll show you right here. This is my entire draft right here.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
So Trevor Etienne. Yeah. So again, you got a final slide too, right, James?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can show yours, and then we'll have Kyle. Of course, Kyle's not going to win anyways. So we know that.
Yeah, no, but like I said, well, everyone hated mine. That's all good. Yeah.
Everyone hated mine. Well, but look, but see, this is kind of the funny thing about it, right? Because my view was a little different. I kind of wanted it to be more like because I feel like they're just going to pick best available and whatever that is.
Right.
But I don't know that they're going to go defensive lineman and then, wow, their next best available is another defensive lineman. I don't know that they'll do that. They might go to a different, position and then pick who slips. But I mean, I like yours as well too, James. Of course, I don't see the whole Mike Green thing. I don't know. I'm a little, I don't know.
Yeah, that one is definitely a weird one to me for sure.
The reason why I think that's a weird, I think it's risky. That's the only reason why. Now, don't get me wrong. I think he's fantastic.
Well, I mean, so we talked about this on Thursday too. YDCFF said, look, there really is an actual money situation when it comes to the draft too. Edge is a very expensive position these days. And so picking an edge in the first round is actually not a bad choice at all because you're going to have someone at a great player at a discount for at least 5 years. That's you can't shake a stick at that. So let's pull this up though. So this is the final, all three of us on round here. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good.
Yep.
Perfect.
There
Okay,
you go.
cool. All right, so guys, in the chat, say Andrew, James, or Kyle, whoever you guys think. It's interesting. I like all of your drafts as well too. Let me see. Let me see what I would rank it as. I'm obviously number one. I mean, don't have to. Yes, 100%. I would say though, I don't know though, man. I kind of like. Well, I don't know. Here's where I struggle with Kyle. I would pick you, but I don't think Marion Hampton's going to be there at 55.
He was. I mean, you're right, though. I mean,
yeah.
Well, this is what we could do, though, too. It's like, I mean,
I don't know.
People. I think I only had one person say actually, if vote anything for the first round. So Walter Nolan was the best pick that they said. Mason Taylor is I saw a lot of people saying that Mason Taylor was their best pick from the second round.
Yeah.
I don't know what they about third round.
We kind of lost it right around here, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Pablo says James won.
Yeah.
Philip said, wait, hold on. Philip says Kyle.
Mark Davis now says,
yay,
there you go. Because of the Hampton thing. Hey, there you go.
James, so we got
there you go.
Kyle.
Mm-hmm. Blaine said Mason Taylor and Ty Robinson for the win. So that was me.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yep. Pablo said James won. Thank you, Pablo.
Pretty much.
Looking like James.
Yeah. We're getting a bunch of Jameses. Yeah.
But I will say this. The interesting thing I think about too. Here you go. He said Jorge says Kyle won the People's Champ.
There you go.
That's right. Lightning says I won.
There you go. We got an Andrew vote. There you go. Yeah.
Here we go. Roland says it's close between Andrew and James, but James wins. Wow.
Yeah.
Kyle just got
no matter what, I got the loss. I got the L.
Got lost. Kyle, do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're doing, Kyle?
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there you go. I like Nick though. It's a 3-way tie for sure. There you go.
There you go.
Triple clown show. Show.
It is interesting though. I'm just looking at this, and we've all done.
Oh, there you go. LOD's giving me the dub. There you go. Yeah.
And then here we go, Walt. Many flaws in those mocks. Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing too. It's I want to see what. I would love to see what everyone would say is the best pick of all three for each round. So that way, or each pick, so that way we have the collective best draft. If that would be the way it goes, So yeah, but it looks like that kind of fell off the wheels. It didn't really. No one really went into it. So yeah.
Yeah, I was a little focused on Kay Adams. I'll tell you what, though.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, looks like you owe LOD $20. Okay, all right.
Oh,
okay.
Hey, no.
You know we're bribing the masses. That's not cool, dude.
No, that's no. No, man. Yeah. Okay. All right. There you go. All right.
Jorge says,
you caught me. You caught me, LOD. Yeah. You bros. You caught me. I got my plant. And Andy has his plant in here. That's rolling. LOD was my plant, so
it's funny. I guess maybe let's think about this for a second. All right, so who would you guys want us to be the first pick? Period. Who would we all want? Because my thought is like I would like Colson Loveland, but I don't think he's going to slip. I don't think he gets past.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he gets past the Broncos for sure.
Right.
I don't know. I kind of wanted him. Oh, here we go. Taylor, Andrew, if you would listen to Kay Adams through a walkie-talkie. Oh boy, Kay Adams. She's the babe. Thank you, Taylor. I really appreciate it. 100%. 100%. Okay, you didn't ditch the zero, get with the hero. I'm in tech sales, you know what I mean? I'm a podcasting extraordinaire. I can do a bunch of push-ups and burpees. It's very exciting.
Right.
Nice. Okay, so Andrew, Omar Norman is too high, Sawyer too low. Yeah, interesting. I thought that they were. I could have flopped those around. I thought that was kind of weird too. But I wanted to. I figured I would go 2 offensive weapons and then 2 defensive weapons.
Yeah.
So.
But it's crazy to see Jack Sawyer going to the 4th. And it's funny because even in my mock draft, he was there at 4 too. And I kind of just went more defensive line because I didn't want to double up edge because I felt like we were good.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. I think that's and actually because I used Pro Football and Sports Network. Which one did you guys use?
I think I used that one too.
I had Mock Draft Simulator, I think it was.
Oh, yeah. No, that's the one I used.
Yeah, the Mock Draft database. That's the one I used. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's okay too. Yeah. Yeah, Mock Drafts. Yeah. Yeah,
but
so they're a little bit different.
That says James won. So, yeah. Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
It's very split. It's very split. I think, yeah. So
no, it's Andrew won. That's what I heard. No, that's what I heard.
Actually, no. I will have conceded that. I think people have been like the most pissed off at my picks, definitely after 5 because that's when I lost track of focus. I think so. Yeah,
is that what happened? He's like, screw it, just whatever, just do over the top. You got 5 offensive linemen. What the hell's that all about? Well, you know.
Hey, tip of the spear.
Tip of the spear.
Run the ball.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah, and I got the wide ends, and then we got the corn freds. I like that too.
That's right.
Well, let's recap. So we are going to go live for the first day of the draft, of course, guys. So definitely hop on with us. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So what time does it start again? By the way, the NFL draft. Because
good question.
Let's see. Good call. I think it's like 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Okay.
So let me see real quick.
So it's like 8 Eastern.
So. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Kyle, you're the shaft of the spear.
Yeah. So that makes sense. 5 p.m.
Yeah.
5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. your guys' time. So
okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, man. Hey, the winners are you guys in the chat, man.
That's exactly right. Exactly.
Stream.
We call it.
We do this.
We talked about, you
guys just having a good time. I hope you enjoyed the show. Just relaxed and laughed a little bit. This is the BBC. So yeah. The Bolt Bros Club, that's what I was saying. I don't know what else it could mean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, we do need to get some more merch out there as well too. So we need to talk about that as well. So we'll talk about it. But again, we're gonna go live on Thursday. So we'll give you some more videos up until the start of the draft. It's gonna be interesting. I think there's some players that could get moved in the draft. I have never really thought we would trade a player during the draft day.
Yeah,
I think it could happen this year. I'm a little bit surprised. So. Anyways, it'll be fun. So we'll be there day 1 for sure. Maybe day 2. We'll see how it plays out. But then, hey, it's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. So can't wait.
Can't wait.
It's gonna be exciting. Yeah. So
you want your last thoughts there, Kyle?
Man, I mean, at the end of the day, like when we do these things, like we talked about it a lot in our group chat. It's like, look, we realize that a lot of people get a tunnel vision when it comes to who the best player should be.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of why this is kind of weird that like we only really had one match the entire time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And that's crazy. And so I think that's actually a good thing because we actually were able to talk about a lot of other players that maybe people weren't thinking about. So I'm excited that the draft is going to be here, and we can stop dealing with all these mock draft type things and stuff. So, and kind of get away from the tunnel vision and talk about the players that actually we have and why, and find out why they were the best pick for the team. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm ready for it, man. And once again, guys, happy Easter, everybody out there too. Appreciate you guys tuning in on Easter Sunday and everything too. But bottom line, man, I'm just ready for the draft. I mean, I think Joe Ortiz, Chad Alexander, I think all of our scouts, man, they're gonna have a great plan. If we have a draft like what we had in 2024,
dude, crazy.
Again in 2025. And when I talked about kind of the recap of Joe Ortiz and the Chad Alexander meeting with the media and everything too, I do think the one thing too is that we have a good chance to be that next level with this team. We have a chance to be able to get to that next gear with this team, possibly have a very deep run in the playoffs too.
Yeah,
that we could have a very, very good draft this season. I think we got adults in the room, guys. We got adults in the rooms, and so they know what they're doing now. So I'm excited about it. So,
oh boy,
who's
Steve
Khalil?
Simmons. Yeah, Khalil as a late or undrafted free agent. Here, let's see. Why am I trying to blank on Khalil?
I know that there was some people talking about Khalil, and I'm trying to remember who he was. Now, once again, I mean, as a UDF, I mean, I think we're going to do a very good job of trying to find some more guys in late in the draft. Oh my gosh, I cannot type.
Yeah, I can't type either.
Oh my gosh, what is happening here? Khalil Mack? No.
Khalil. Yeah, Mack.
Yeah. Which one's Khalil? Steve.
Yeah. What's the full name?
What's the full name? Yeah, I'm not even sure. Yeah. I'm trying to find up some information on him, but yeah, I'm not sure about it.
But
he's like, I want my money back. You guys know what you're talking about.
Send that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I was gonna say a running back is what I was thinking about, but whoops. Is it Khalil Mullings?
Khalil Ware?
There you go.
Ware? Yeah.
I think he might have been talking about Khalil Mullings from Michigan, which makes a lot of sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So 6'1", 226. His athletic score was about 74.
I think that's what threw me off. He also added an E to his name too. So
yep. Yeah, I mean, once again, it's a system fit type thing. I mean,
he's a running back
type thing. I mean, good size, good runner, agility, all that kind of stuff. I've liked what I've seen when I watch Michigan games with him. Once again, a plug and play type player for this team.
Yeah.
But once again, last year, didn't we pick a wide receiver in the 7th round? He didn't make the squad still too. From Michigan,
from Michigan as well.
Yeah. Never know. You never know. He could be a guy that could stick in if we get him in free agency or undrafted guys. I think it'd be a great pickup for this team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the good thing is they know about this guy. Let me pull him up real quick. Here he is, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Cornfed big guy.
Yeah, big dude. Yeah, and that makes sense. And don't. I've always been a big fan of undrafted free agents, right? I mean, Austin Eckler was an undrafted free agent, man. And like, if there's a guy that could get picked up, it could be this guy because they already knows him, right? So
right.
But it's interesting. But NFL Draft Buzz has him at rank 16th in running backs, which is kind of crazy to me.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, which is shocking to me. So let's see here. But he was.
And they have a draft projection of 5th for him too. So which is kind of crazy. So
really weird. Yeah, because interesting. Who's the other running back from Michigan? I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Edwards.
Edwards. Yeah.
Donovan Edwards has been one of those guys that has been talked about late round type situation. So I kind of forget about Khalil Mullings sometimes because I feel like some people focus a little bit on Edwards. But
oh man, all the super chats coming in now. Jeez. All right.
We should just stop.
Yeah.
We just, we're ruining it. We're ruining all the super chats. All right, here we go. Oregon. Might have already talked about it, but what are your thoughts on Jalen Ramsey trade?
Oh, yeah. We didn't even talk about it, actually.
Yeah. I did a video on it. I think Miami is a team that is imploding from within. I think that team is done. I don't think Tua's I think Tua's best days are behind him. I think Tyreek wants to go, and I think Jalen Ramsey wants out because, dude, he just is. He's 31 though, but here's the problem. His big dollars, have already been paid $4 million, I think, in March,
Yep.
And then I think if he gets traded after June 1st, they can spread the dead cap money over 2 years, which is good. So it's like 7 million, then like 18 million is what the Dolphins would have to pay. But he's still going to get paid like $25 million. So you got to get a team to figure out if they're going to even take that money. So he's going to be hard to move. We'll leave it at that. My biggest thing too is that he's also, and I'm saying this because I did the video on this, bros. So
Yeah,
feel free to hop in.
It's fair. Yeah.
The one thing I will say too is the thing about Jalen, I like him. I think he's great, but he doesn't quite fit our system. He's more of a man corner. We play a lot more zone. We run more quarter zone than any other team in the NFL by like a long shot. We're like 80% zone on defense. So I just don't think he's quite the fit. Now, you could get him cheap potentially, but I just have a hard time seeing him come to the Chargers. Even though I like him, I think he's amazing. And by the way, Derwin James loves him. I promise you, with those rumors came out, he's on the phone talking to Joe Ortiz. So we'll see. But anyways, that's my take. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I would love it for him to be on the team. I mean, he's a baller no matter what you say. I mean, about like, zone or man kind of play, stuff like that. I feel like he would be epic for the team to play alongside Derwin James in that defensive backfield, So like, I mean, if it happens, awesome. If it doesn't happen, I would be sad because Jalen Ramsey did say that he wants to play with Derwin James once again. And then that would never come to I guess he has played with him during like
Florida State.
Yeah.
But I'm saying for Pro Bowls and stuff like that,
Well,
That's
that's not a real team.
I don't know, man. Anthony Miller, like he definitely talks up that a lot too. Yeah, come on.
No, but don't get me wrong.
I guess nowadays it's not a good thing, a real thing, But when Anthony Miller played, it was actually a game, Yeah. So
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Sir James?
Well, and the one thing too, his contract essentially, there's an out clause in 2026 with his contract. So you could essentially just have him for 1 year and then walk away from him, and then you're not going to have a big cap hit. You're actually going to gain on the cap by cutting him at $6.5 million. So you can walk away from him after 1 year. Now go back to Joe Ortiz and his thoughts. He doesn't have problems taking in trading for a player for 1 year and then try to get a comp pick later on. So you can take him for whatever they decide to do, depending on whatever pick you decide to give over to the Dolphins or players or whatever it is. Keep him for 1 year and walk away from the guy. Obviously Jalen Ramsey and Derwin James would love to play with each other on the same team in the NFL. Once again, going from Florida State to the NFL. Jalen Ramsey was with the Rams. I'm sure he's got a house still out here. It could be a good fit. I just don't think it's a personality fit, in my opinion, with this team. So.
Okay.
Yeah. We got another super chat from LOD. I think he's trolling, dude. I think LOD's trolling, dude.
I think he is. I think this guy.
Come on, dude. Name. Yeah. Isn't he a YouTuber?
Yeah, I'm like I don't see nothing about this guy.
Yeah. Look at this guy, LOD, dude. Come on now. Come on now. No, but Walt brings up a good point too. Good D coordinators can adjust to players. I agree with that as well too. And that would make a difference. But I do think we have a very specific defense that we run, right? And it's pretty simple. It's quarters, but they run. Again, there's certain ways that they want to attack the quarters situation, right? So watch the whole breakdown that oh my God, what's that guy's name that broke down the defense last year? That whole video. Why am I drawing a blank on his name?
He did a video recently with the Chargers too.
Yeah, he did. Anyways, he does a whole breakdown. So it's like the defensive line, the linebackers, and then the coverage folks, and they have them in different levels, and all three do different things at the same time in every different play, right? So it's very interesting. So it's all quarters, anyways.
Yep.
But depending on what they see in front of them is what they. Anyways, it's pretty complicated. So, and I did a terrible job explaining it. LOD, are you trolling us or not?
Yes, he totally is.
You are trolling us. I'm like, Dixon Miss. Come on, though. LOD, come on. Hey, you can't get one over on us. Come on now. Come on now. Look at this guy, dude. Stop trolling.
This seems like a Bart Simpson type of super chat.
It is.
It is a Bart Simpson super chat.
Bart Simpson.
You understand what's going on here, Bart Simpson.
Here we go.
We're on.
Here we go. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, guys.
Happy Easter. Eat some chocolate.
If you haven't already, go to the start of the show. We talked about a bunch of draft parties. Yeah, and then go ahead and look at them. We found a whole bunch of them. We talk about them. So go ahead and go have a good time with some of the Bolt fam. It'll be an amazing time for Thursday and finding out who the Chargers pick at 22. Man. Yeah, you guys have a good one. Yeah.
Brett Coleman. That's his name.
Brett Coleman. That's right. And once again, if you do not have a draft party near you, hang out with the bros. We'll be doing the round 1 here live. So,
all right, guys. We really appreciate you guys. Wide ends and corn freds. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bolt Bros.
Bolt Bros.
Let's go.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching Bolt Bros podcast. Let's go.
Charged up, Bolt Bros on the night. LA Thunder in electric delight. Bolts in the battle, sparking bright. Charged up, ride the lightning, feel the fright.